Hey, what's going on, guys? Hope you're having a good one. Welcome back to Be Determined. Today we're going to go over what you should be doing during Derpy and what mistakes you don't want to make. Derpy is the best mayor for skill grinding in SkyBlock, but there are still some skills that you don't want to grind so you can get the optimal skill level. So make sure you don't make these mistakes while he's in office. To start with, let's talk about mining. Mining is the best skill for money making, but you don't want to grind it during Derpy. Derpy does increase skill level, but he doesn't increase profits, and you can get your mining skill leveled up during coal anyways. So there's another mayor you can get, but you don't want to do it during Derpy. You can, but I don't recommend it. However, I do recommend that you put down mining minions during Derpy, especially snow minions, because they're really good for money making. And you can still get a good amount of skill XP from those guys. So make sure you put down snow minions during Derpy with the highest fuel level that you can. Or if you already have maxed mining skill, then put down fishing minions or whatever skill that you want to work on. Next, let's talk about fishing. Fishing is also a skill that you could grind during Derpy, but once again, I don't recommend it because you can also grind it during other mayors such as Marina. Marina also gives 1.5 times fishing XP, so you can get your fishing skill XP up during her instead of during Derpy. You can still do it during Derpy, but mobs have double HP during Derpy, so grinding up the fishing skill during Derpy does make it a little bit harder. I just said Derpy so many times. Anyways, let's talk about combat. So combat is pretty good. It's one of the most important skills in the game. Pretty much everything that is good in the game is combat related. But if you can't rev trade, then you really don't want to do combat. If you can rev trade though, doing combat is really nice. The hardest part about grinding combat during Derpy is once again the double mob HP. That makes it much more difficult. The 1.5 times skill XP does not make up for the mobs having double HP a lot of the times, unless you're doing revs. Rev trading is when you have a friend with you. Let's pretend, because I don't have any. So you and your friend will both start a Slayer boss. Your friend will spawn in their Slayer, preferably tier 4 rev or tier 5 rev, and they'll spawn in their Slayer. They'll let you kill the Slayer, and when you kill the Slayer, it will spawn your boss. So you kill their boss and spawn your boss, and then they kill your boss and it spawns their boss, and it's just an endless cycle that keeps going over and over, and you get a really huge amount of combat XP. That being said, it does require a pretty decent setup to be able to rev trade, and also a ridiculous amount of money. You spend 50,000 coins per boss, and you're spending probably 30 seconds killing the boss. That's so much money. Going through about 50,000 coins per minute if you're doing them slowly. If you're doing them quickly, you can be going through 50,000 coins every 25 seconds, which is ridiculous. So you have to have a really good set of money before Derpy starts to be able to do that. So if you can't rev trade and you don't want to do fishing and mining, what should you do? Well, there's two skills that if you don't have them maxed out, you should do them as fast as possible: Alchemy and Enchanting. Enchanting is really easy to do even without Derpy, but Derpy does give that 50% XP boost. So if you can, try and do your experiment table. That will make things go by so much faster for your Enchanting, and you'll get the 1.5 times XP, and that'll be really nice. Also for Alchemy, if you're doing Alchemy and you don't have your Alchemy maxed out, the best way to do it is with Enchanted Sugarcane, which you use to make speed 7 potions. And that will get you about 105,000 XP per Enchanted Sugarcane. Granted, as of right now, Enchanted Sugarcane is going for about 50 to 60,000 per piece on the bazaar, so it might be a little bit expensive, but you'll get your skill average up quite a bit if you max it out, and you'll have a lot more intelligence. So if you're running mage, then that will help out quite a bit. And generally just having more mana helps out with pretty much everything. Now, those skills don't really take much time. They're more money than time. So what should you be doing if you're not doing those skills as well? I recommend doing farming, because that leaves 2 skills, and they're farming and foraging. And foraging is garbage, so you should do farming. If you enjoy foraging, then of course you can do foraging. It's really nice to have that strength buff, but as of right now, foraging is really boring, and I wouldn't recommend it unless you don't have a farm built already. If you don't have farms built already, then you can spend your time foraging, but if you have enough farms to infinite farm, then I recommend doing that, because you'll get a lot of farming XP, especially if you have pumpkin farms. And also, if you don't have your alchemy maxed out and you have sugarcane farms, you can grind the sugarcane yourself, and that will save you a lot of time and money. So if you don't have your farms built, You could spend some time building those farms if you have a builder wand. If you don't have a builder wand, it will literally take you like 6 hours per farm to build. Sometimes if you're building a max farm all the way across your entire island, it could take up to 6 hours. So that's 6 hours that you could be grinding foraging or another skill. So I really don't recommend doing that. If you can help it, don't do foraging. But if you have to, you don't have farms built, then you should probably put some time into foraging. Currently my foraging is only level 25. It's the skill weighing me down the most by far, but I would much rather do farming. There's rumors that eventually a foraging update's gonna come out that will make it less pain, but that's not out yet, so I'm gonna grind farming, because farming actually does go up to level 60, foraging only goes to level 50. Granted, it's not as nice because you only get health from farming, but it's still pretty good because I'm sure that we'll end up getting updates in the future. Maybe it'll be worth something to make some money. Maybe we'll get course fruit one day, who knows? But just getting that farming skill up will get you more health. It is a lot more fun to do than foraging, in my opinion. Alright guys, that's everything. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please remember to drop a subscription. It really helps me out. We're currently at 40 subscribers as of me making this video, and I would like to hit at least 100 by the end of the year at the latest. If we could make that happen before my birthday in October, that would be great. I appreciate everyone who's subscribed so far. Thank you for watching the video. If there is a guide that you want me to post about something else, please let me know in the comment section below. Also in the description is my album. All the music that we've been listening to this entire video has been from my album. So if you want to check that out, the link is in the description. I appreciate you guys. Have a good one, and God bless.